Hey guys, this is James.
And this is Denny from TDV, bringing you guys episode number 79.
Yep.
So today we have something a little bit special. We have a 40-year-old aged Baozhong.
Yep.
Cool.
And so this was sent to us by Philipp, who is based over in Austria, in Vienna. So big thanks to him. He runs...
Guten Tag? No, that's not right.
That's not right. But I don't know what's right either.
Is that right? Thank you.
That may or may not be right. But Philipp runs a website called zerotzen.wordpress.com, and so go check that out. He releases some of his content in English, a lot of it in I don't even know what language. I'm sorry, Philipp. But yes. So he was kind enough to send us this 40-year-old Baozhong.
Yeah.
So,
cool.
And so looking at the leaves, they're very, very small and much smaller than what we would see in Baozhongs today.
Yeah, absolutely.
But they're nice and intact. And you made a comment about what this smelled like just a little while ago.
I said a vegetable garden. A wildly vegetal, almost like tomato vines, something like that. Yeah, it just smells like if you've ever picked zucchinis and you've planted tomatoes in the summertime here in Seattle, and then you go inside for some water, you got dirt all over yourself, and you kind of get this whiff. That's what I'm talking about right there.
Yep. Yeah, so I would agree with Denny's assessment. I don't know about the whiffs and all that stuff, but it's definitely gardeny and vegetal kind of in smell, and very kind of like moist and foresty sort of smell. And that's indicative of wetter, more humid storage. And so I would expect that this Baozhong would kind of deviate away from that plum flavor that we had from that Dong Ding a couple episodes back. And, some of the time, what I would say on a lot of these teas, if they are more humid stored and you don't like that humid storage taste, don't give up on it. Keep giving it rinses until some of that tea character comes out.
Cool.
Because the older the tea gets, the more storage you're going to taste.
Cool. Good advice. We were joking around a little bit earlier about how it's easy to assume that because something is old, it's good. But if you had a 40-year-old banana, you might not think that it's going to be the best banana in the world. Probably, hopefully. I don't know if there would be any banana left, really. But so the point is that just because something is aged doesn't mean that it's going to be more tasty. Aged green teas aren't necessarily going to taste better than really fresh green teas, and so forth. So a lot of these teas can get aged in environments that aren't conducive to good aging, and as a result, it can be nasty. But I don't think this is the case for this. Wow, yeah. Sweet. Oh, God. So, not nearly as much vegetal, and actually, frankly, it smells a ton like a really, really, really tasty Right Pure to me.
Yep.
A little bit of that vanilla cherry experience going on. Sweet notes. Yeah, I'm looking forward to this. And look at how the liqueur is
going to be dark.
Yeah.
Yeah, and because the leaves are so small for this and they're not rolled, we're going to get a lot of flavor released very quickly from it. So I'm going to basically be flash brewing this.
Yeah.
And another reason is some of that wet storage.
Totally.
So we don't want to get too much of that out. So we're going to keep it kind of light for the first steep. And if this is nasty, we'll just toss it out and keep going. Cheers.
It's got a little bit of a chalky texture. It's sweet. I think that the vegetal aspect is totally showing up.
Yep.
It's not floral. It's not really fruity. There's a little bit of fruit in it, actually.
Yeah, it is surprisingly sweet, actually, and I think that helps to balance it out. Yeah, it's very vegetal. I don't know, carrots? Some sort of root vegetable, maybe? Carrot juice?
Yeah, dude. I like that.
Yeah.
Sweet root vegetable, almost like parsnip. And the smell on the cup is very sweet. Very kind of that, like I said earlier, that kind of vanilla, ripe puer smell. I think this is already really good. I think the chalkiness will go away in the next steeping or two.
Yep.
That was just kind of a mouth texture experience, really. And this is strong, too. So we're using, 6 grams to 100 milliliters?
Yeah, and this Yixing retains heat extremely well. So we're hitting this tea very hard, which I find is a pretty good way to brew aged oolongs generally. Just because you got to kind of hit them with super high heat just to bring it all the way out. Are you alright?
Yeah, there's a very distinct vegetable experience going on in here that I'm trying to pin down. I get kind of a tomatoey.
Yeah, so if next time you just don't want to have, you want to have your tomato and carrot soup, but you don't actually want to go through the process of doing it, why don't you just brew up this 40-year-old Baozhong and have a go at it?
It's really interesting because this is normally, I don't know, normally this is not the flavor profile of Baozhong. Far more crisp, far more high mountain oolong flavors, sweet, floral. This tastes so radically different, and I think it's really fun for me. I mean, some teas that I have that are aged, they just kind of taste like what I would normally expect, but a little different, a little bit more complex, maybe a little bit different nose or different. Usually we get a longer finish and have the sort of squished down the middle of it and kind of extended out. This is just like its own category. And one of the reasons could be, and James, you had mentioned this on before the show, is that the processing of these older Baozhongs were more roasted.
Yep, dramatically different. Our modern day Baozhong is extremely green, very close to a green tea, and that was definitely not always the case. Baozhong was traditionally far more like a roasted oolong of sorts, twisted and roasted. So not exactly the same as a wooey, but somewhat similar. In fact, if you saw old style Baozhong today, you might mistake it for a wooey.
The chalkiness is gone. I think this is really good. Yeah, I think this is really good. This is so. It's not like you're drinking tomato juice. Don't get us wrong.
That's true.
It's not. It's not like it's actually like super sour intense like that. There's just that kind of like tomato vines is the right way of describing it, and I think because it's sort of like that smell again. It's like that sort of wafting, lingering smell or taste in this case. I gotta think that we could brew this for 12.
Oh yeah,
15
I'm sure.
sessions.
Yeah. And you see the color is still, despite the flash brewing, and this thing pours out pretty fast too. We're still getting a really, really nice clarity on the color, a very deep red.
Dang it! What is that vegetable?
And I think the tea is actually improving each steep to some extent.
Totally.
I think more of that character is coming out. In fact, I'm getting some non-vegetable flavors out of this last one. A little bit more fruit.
I think what I was thinking of was a little bit of zucchini.
Gotcha.
And yeah, I think the sweetness in the middle of this has really improved. I love the depth of this tea. Yeah. I think that there's a very full flavor throughout the whole experience of the tea.
Very smooth.
Yeah. I wonder if you hit this with, this is boiling water. I wonder if you brewed it for longer, if it would be pretty gross. My impression is probably.
Let's try it for 20 seconds.
Okay.
I bet we'll get a deeper color.
Yeah, absolutely. And I wonder, some of these aged teas perform well in conditions like that by virtue of the fact that they're aged and they can handle. They don't end up becoming as bitter.
Yeah, hardly. It's hard to get teas that are truly aged to be very bitter unless you really abuse them.
I can definitely taste the roast on it now more than ever. Kind of similar to your more roasted Taiwanese oolongs. Again, in the front of it, it's a little bit charcoaly as opposed to nutty. So at first I was thinking, oh, there's like a little bit of like smoke in this, but it's not. It's kind of. So I think that the easier way to describe it would be that there's this sort of like dirt smoke as opposed to like barbecue smoke.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what the charcoal experience would be of this. So this is really great.
Yeah.
So James, I know we keep on rambling about this tea, and I'm excited to have this steeping, but if folks want to learn more about delicious teas like this and get a little tea drunk with us,
yeah,
what should they do?
So they should come check us out at tdb.org, as well as hit that subscribe button. We're releasing weekly episodes, as well as what we're calling in-between-episodes, and so far it's been a lot of Denny tasting teas on his own, so you get to go through that whole experience, which is something I would highly recommend. Also check us out on our website. Lots of articles on aged oolongs, pu'ers, all kinds of stuff. So please check us out over there. And thank you guys for watching, as well as big thanks to Philipp.
Thank you, Philip.
Over in Vienna. So thank you very much for this wonderful experience.
We'll see you guys next time. Cheers.
Yeah, thanks for watching.